Hello everyone. So we are continuing with Ketu transit series. So Ketu is transiting the 12th house for Libra ascendants, or even you can see from the moon sign also. So Ketu transiting in the 12th house is actually looking at the 5th house, and as well as it is also looking at the 9th house. Now Ketu transiting the 12th house can give you a lot of intuitive power. Now, if there is something really going to happen to you, like it could be good things or it could be bad things, you will know it intuitively. So this particular placement is very good for spiritual progress. So if you want to get into spiritual practices, you can do it at this point of time. It is definitely going to give you, Ketu is going to help you advance in spiritual practice. Otherwise, in terms of materialistically, it is not a great placement, or it's not a great transit, because this particular placement is going to bring in some kind of dispute with with your partner, and you might not have a very good relationship with your in-laws during this period, this transit period. And again, it completely depends on your Ketu's placement in your birth chart also. So generally, this particular transit is not going to give you a very favorable result. But of course, you can take certain precautions or measures to overcome certain challenges that you're going to face at this point of time. And of course, you also will be meeting a lot of expenses during this time. So you need to have a little bit of control on how much you are spending and what you are spending on. Or, you have to be a little careful with your money matters. And even when it comes to food also, you should not eat a lot of junk food, food that has saturated fat, canned food, tinned food, processed food. You should try and avoid these kind of food, because Ketu can give you some kind of health issues because of the kind of food that you consume. So just be careful with what you're eating at this point of time. Like I said, Ketu in this particular transit mode, it is actually good for a spiritual related practices. And, if you want to go to any temples or religious journeys can be expected. And it will be good for you also. If you're taking any religious kind of journeys, it is definitely going to help you out. Again, in case if you want to do some kind of remedy for this transit, you can worship Lord Ganesha. Ketu is transiting the 10th house for Scorpio ascendants, and it is aspecting the 3rd house and also the 8th house. So for Scorpio ascendants, Rahu transiting the 11th house is definitely going to be very beneficial for you. So in case if you're doing business and all of that, it is going to give you a profit in the business. And in case if you are planning to buy any land or property, it is definitely, this period is going to give you a fruitful result. And if you are planning to start a business, and then this is a right time to start the business also. And if you have kept any plans pending for a long time in terms of investment, in terms of buying a property or starting a business, then this transit, is a great time to do all of that. And this particular period, especially, it will help you. The transit of Ketu is definitely going to help you take very good decisions. Like if you want to take any major decisions in terms of, any major events in your life, you can make use of this transit to take those decisions, and you will take the decisions wisely here. So overall, I would say that this period is definitely going to be very, very beneficial for you. Things are going to turn out very good. Your health is going to improve. You will definitely take, short trips just for leisure. So all those are, all those can be seen here. And moreover, since Ketu is transiting the 11th house, what happens is Ketu, it cuts down everything. So here it is going to cut down your expenses. So your expenses are going to come down, and definitely you will, see improvement in your savings. So, and again, this period will definitely give you some sort of intuitive power, which is a good thing again. So overall, I would say that this is a very good period for you. So please make use of this transit wisely. So Ketu is transiting the 10th house for Sagittarius ascendants. Ketu transiting in the 10th house is looking at the 2nd house, and also it's looking at the 6th house. So 2nd house is financial related matters, and 6th house is your everyday life, your health, things that you eat. All of this falls under the lordship of this house. And the 10th house is the house which is related to your house, the career, sorry. Now, 10th house is where Ketu is transiting. So here Rahu is going to give you a little bit of trouble in your career life. You might have to put in a lot of effort or lot of hard work if you have to get that recognition at your work. And even you will do that also. And you will get the recognition also at work. But then, there will be a lot of troubles when it comes to your work life. And also there will be a little bit of trouble when it comes to your family life as well, because maintaining relationship will be your main, focus, during this transit of Rahu and Ketu. So make sure that the way that you approach these people, it could be people at work or it could be people at home, have a very good positive approach, or positive attitude towards them, no matter, how bad things get. Try to stay positive. And also try to stay away from people who discourage you, because, you don't want to be surrounded with people who pulls you down. So just be careful with these things. Even financial matters also. Try not to overspend money on anything that is unnecessary. Try to, save as much as you can, because here you might tend to spend a lot of money. And career related changes, of course, you can expect that, because either you will change the work or you will get promotions. So that is also possible, here in this particular transit. Apart from that, see, this particular transit is kind of, it's going to give you a very moderate result. It's not that bad. For Capricorn ascendant, Ketu is transiting the 9th house. In the 9th house, Ketu looks at the 1st house and also the 5th house. Now, Ketu transiting here in the 9th house is definitely going to open up, opportunities to travel abroad. So if you're looking for a job, or if you're looking for higher studies like PhD or masters, that area is going to get fulfilled, or that area is definitely going to see some kind of improvement. And Ketu sitting in the 9th house can make you spend money on your father. So you need to be very careful with your father's health. Make sure that your dad is in a good health. And this Ketu, since it is looking at the 1st house, it can definitely, give you some kind of stress. It can give you physical pain. So in case if you are experiencing these kind of things, just make sure that, you take time for yourself to do some meditation, to do some spiritual practices, because Ketu looking at the 1st house can actually give you some sort of confusion or some kind of mental stress. You need to calm yourself down. You need to, de-stress yourself as much as you can. Okay. And it can also give you some kind of pressure at your workplace. And if you're taking any decision, so it could be career related decisions, or it could be any decision for that matter, don't take the decisions on, coming under any kind of pressure. So always take the decision when you are, free of stress, when your mind is not under pressure. So that should be taken care of. Otherwise, this transit is going to be good. I mean, it is going to be okay for you. It's not going to be that bad. Of course, definitely if you're looking to go abroad and all of that, this transit is going to be great. For Aquarius ascendants, Ketu is transiting the 8th house. For Aquarius ascendants or moon sign, I would say that you just simply follow what your heart says, and also, of course, take practical decisions, because this particular transit is definitely a little bit difficult transit in terms of health, especially because, the Ketu transit here is actually it can affect the eye, it can affect the teeth. So please take care of your eyes and please take care of your teeth. If there is any minute problems, if you're facing, please visit a doctor. And in terms of food also, the kind of food that you eat, you have to be very careful as to what kind of food that you're eating. So please don't eat stale food. Please don't skip meals. It is all going to affect your health. Now, Ketu transiting in the 8th house is also looking at the 4th house. Now, and also the 12th house as well. Yeah. So here, if you see, you can incur a lot of expense. So it could be, related to your health issues. So please do take care of your health and try not to overspend your money on anything for that matter. And try to maintain a very cordial relationship with your family members. Try not to get into fights with them. Even if there is any fight, try not to indulge in, these fights with them. And try to, talk if there is any issues. Try to talk to your, mother, father, or siblings, and, try to rectify the problems with them through, talking. And like I said, junk food and street food has to be completely avoided. And this transit period, you might be, facing issues like, stress or depression and all of that. But, try to come out of it by worshipping Lord Shiva or Lord Bhairava. Now, the worship of Lord Shiva and Lord Bhairava can definitely help you go through this transit without much suffering. So visit the temple if you can, offer pujas if you can, or you can even chant their mantras if you cannot visit temples. That is completely okay. But do take care of yourself during this transit. Ketu is transiting the 7th house for Pisces ascendant. So Ketu transiting the 7th house is, the 7th house is a house of partnership, relationship, which indicates your spouse, friends. So Ketu transiting here is looking at the 11th house, as well as it is looking at the 3rd house. Now, Ketu transiting in the 7th house can actually bring in some kind of troubles in terms of, business matters. So it can bring up issues with your business partners, even with your spouse or friends also. So you have to be very careful in case if you have confusion with any of these people. Please go and talk to them and clear off the confusion, because Ketu is transiting in the 7th house, has a very mild aspect on the 1st house. Now, not only that, when Ketu is transiting the 7th house, right to opposite to that, which is your 1st house, Rahu is also transiting. Now, this can have a very huge impact on your mind. So Rahu transiting in the 1st house, Ketu transiting in the 7th house, and looking at the 1st house, can actually give you a lot of confusion. It can make you confused. So please don't be confused. So in case if you're confused, you please take a break. Think about the situation when you're, when you're when you're calm, when you're not in a stress, and take your decisions when you're in a, when you are calm, not when you are angry or when you're confused. Please don't take any kind of decisions. And also be very careful with your, financial matters, because definitely I see increase in expenses. So there will be a lot of expenses during this transit. So you have to be very calculative. You have to decide first, please make a point that you write down your expenses, and you know where you're spending the money. You should know where you're spending the money, so that you can have a check on how much you're spending. And even see, you might take short journeys, and these journeys might end up being not very fruitful. So in case if you're taking any trips, have a proper plan. No, you make sure, like if you're just traveling for leisure, or if you're traveling for business purposes, have a proper plan and clarity as to why you're traveling, and make sure that every travel of yours turns out to be very fruitful, because this is a kind of transit which can make you travel, but then you might not get anything out of it. Now, since you know that these are the things that can be expected, you can be careful